I've got Eddie Page here with me. Um, we are, I guess, live, not live, but you will see this pre-recorded or recorded. But we're going to be talking a lot of good stuff today. And so I got him all spiffy. He looks.
Wouldn't let me wear my pearl.
You look really spiffy, very handsome, very just ready to share a lot of great information for all our listeners. And I just wanted to first of all start by giving you a warning, okay? And it's a good warning, guys. The video quality is not that great, okay? So every so often you will see a gesture like this and it'll be blurred. I will blink and a lot of it is blurred. And my eyes look like they're changing. I am not shape-shifting, okay? I am just letting you know right now, I am not shape-shifting. Don't even go there. I won't put up with it. I will delete your ass. I swear I will. Don't even go there. I'm just letting you know. I even had to go to Best Buy to get a little USB thing that kind of makes the computer speed or the internet speed go a little faster, just so that I can get this thing going better. Because yesterday I did a trial with Eddie, and man, that was bad. It was like I was shape shifting everywhere, guys. So no, not good. I just don't want to hear it. Okay, don't even go there. The other thing is, please don't put anything about fear mongering because I will also delete you. We're not fear mongering. We're being proactive, just so that you guys can be safe. Don't use the word fear mongering. I know exactly where you're coming from when you do that. Okay, you're not pushing that over me, okay? So I know exactly who you are and why you're using it. It's not going to fly. All right. So anyway, yeah. So Eddie, thank you for being part of this. I'd like to introduce you really briefly, only because people should know who you are by now, and if they don't, do your homework, guys. I went ahead and I actually binged watched all your videos so that I can understand who you are. And then I did do my due diligence. I went ahead and saw all the documents firsthand. So, you passed my test. Okay. It may not pass other people's tests, but it passed my test, and that's why I'm out here talking to you. All right. So you're from the Pleiades, along with a total of 33 siblings. You're the number 3, right? You're the third one that came. Let me just make sure that the volume is okay there. I can hear you. I'm hoping that other people can hear you as well. Can you discuss just briefly, um, why the Pleiadians are here right now during this time, and what is your specific mission? I'm not doing this, by the way, guys. This is not an interview. We're having a conversation, but just for the purpose of getting you up to speed, we're just recapping real quick, and then I guess Eddie can talk about who I am in relationship with him and what we're doing together. So what the Pleiadians and what's your mission?
Well, the rumor out in the universe was that there was a good barbecue joint over here. So I had to investigate it.
They
No,
got plenty of good ones.
there is a good barbecue joint over here. But no,
Famous
all
days.
behind it is that we came back at the specific time by our Father's blessings, get man prepared for what is taking place that we're seeing right now. It's simple as this. The Earth is getting ready to get rebooted. All the bad that's on this planet, and we know who they are. You've already, Carrie, exposed a lot of it. Well, we're going to not only expose it, but we're going to eliminate it. Those worthy ones be part of a new kingdom. Earth is coming back to its originality. There's going to be some that's not going to like it, but you know what? When you see the new world, you're going to say, God, where has this been all my life? Well, it was actually stolen from you. We're just bringing back what your inheritance truly was and what it was meant to be.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So that's why you're here, and I'm assuming that your other siblings have a part in this as well. Is there a reason why they're all here at the same time?
Absolutely. Michael and Daniel were the first to arrive. I've explained that on my YouTube channel, the Roswell incident. Why? I showed the evidence on that and what the government knew then, what they know now. But my other siblings, my sisters and my brothers, they're all doing the same thing I'm doing. We're bringing the message. We're helping people. We're getting people prepared. And we're starting to see the fruits of our labor, not just because people are watching our YouTubes, but people we're coming in contact are starting to see our crafts more and more. I showed you one of the testimonies the other day from the lady. I had one from a young boy lives over in Ireland. I just, matter of fact, talked with him this morning. His mother had a aneurysm 2 weeks ago,
Wow.
and he didn't think she was going to make it. So he contacted me, and I said, she'll make it. We'll pray for her. She's doing good. She's up walking around, and she wants to talk with me via Skype tomorrow. So we're going to make arrangements to talk with her. But last night, he was at the hospital. He was outside, and he looked up the sky and saw two of our crafts, and he emailed me immediately. And I mean, these are the things that we know that people are seeing them, and we've came out to say, Ari, those who trust and believe shall inherit this new kingdom that's coming.
Yep.
Some of the people are not going to like it, but we're giving them fair warning. You know, here's the signs. Here's what's taking place. And can I say when all these things are going to be finalized? No, nobody knows the day or the hour. But those who know the signs know they're taking place. The reboot.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about all that, the reboot, the timeline, you know, what to look for, all that stuff. This particular video that we're doing, actually part one of a series of many. And I have a feeling, Eddie, it's going to be ongoing. I can't say that it's going to be just 5 videos or 7 videos. You know, as things progress, we're going to be Skyping with one another. And the beauty about Skype, even though the quality, you know, my computer's not really new, and you know, the speed is kind of slow. But it you know what? It serves a purpose right now, as opposed to having to travel all the way to you.
Yeah.
Pick you up and have you come here and have that big old barbecue.
Oh God, corn muffins. Gee.
Seriously, I like I said, I still have corn muffins. I can make corn muffins out of the corn muffins. Seriously.
Well, you get time, how about faxing me one?
I can teleport one to you.
There you go.
I'll put them on one of your Veranas. Anyway, so yeah, but this you know saves a lot of time. And you're at you know, in the comfort of your own home. I'm in the comfort of my own home. You can have your black coffee. I'll have my coffee with all the concoctions I put in mine. And yeah, it's you know, we'll just have a chat with ourselves. Yeah. So that's the deal.
If I may interrupt you, does your viewers, do they truly know who you are? About the council?
I don't discuss those things with my viewers.
May I, and I'm sure your viewers are smart enough they can put one and one together.
Are smart.
I have openly stated from day one when we started making these videos that we are part of the Immaduraki Melchizedek order. And if people look that up, we are an order of, well, high priest. That doesn't mean that our feet stink.
Right.
But we have been educated beyond probably no people could not understand the education that we got in the Pleiades. To bring that knowledge here to man and give it to man, because man is smart enough to know right from wrong. He has just been dumbed down over the years. And when I say dumbed down, I will say that one word, which is a vile word in my book, and that's religion. Religion has stole what
Yeah.
is true of the inheritance for the people, the creation. We are part of that Melchizedek order that was sent by the council, just like my sister here was sent by the council. And she wants to tell who she is. That's her dealing. But we're all in this together. And I mean, if you want to add to that, feel free to.
Well, brother, I mean, if you feel the need to, well, it's not even the need. If you feel it's necessary for you to explain what that is, I just feel I just don't talk about things like that, only because I've been working behind the scenes for a very, very long time, and I don't normally disclose that unless there's someone equivalent in terms of who we are, that I disclose that because we kind of match and we recognize each other. But I don't go around talking about that because I don't want people to think that one is better than another, that kind of thing. But it's very mission specific who I am, and I don't use titles or anything like that. But I think you know who I am.
Yeah, well, I know who you are, and I knew you was coming because I was already forewarned by my brothers and some of my sisters. And I know our message is getting out there. Before we started this video, remember I told you I had a visit this morning?
Yes.
I have a minister and one of his elders drive all the way down from Hopkinsville, Kentucky, which is about 2 hours north of me, where I live, and come down and they want to talk about, things they've seen on my YouTube channels. And this is something that this church is put out. I don't know if you can see that.
Revelation, the bride, the beast, in Babylon. Yeah.
And this minister said, I don't even have the internet. It was some of the people in my church that said, you need to watch this, Pastor. And he wanted to talk about things. Now, he's going to come back. And this is a book they've been giving to people called World Crisis. And he says, my God, he says, everything you said in your YouTube channels is what we're talking about at our church. Well, it was a good conversation, and I left him with a question, and they will be back, they promised. I said, I'm going to leave you with a question. You can give me your answer when you come back. But I said, do you think Armageddon's going to be in this country? And their eyes got that big around.
Right.
So you know what? If you've been watching my YouTubes, you know I mentioned that a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
These time frames we're seeing right now, sister, it is shaping up for Armageddon. And when I call the dragon out, I do mean Yellowstone. It's not doom and gloom. It's getting the people prepared, getting for them for the reboot. And, I have openly stated and showed them the evidence. And I really believe that mankind is smart enough to see that if I mess with this live wire here, I'm going to get fried, I'm going to get electrocuted. But then there'll always be that 1% that'll say, oh, that won't hurt you. And they reach out and pick the live wire and they become the 4th of July.
Yeah, that's pretty graphic right there.
Yeah, I mean, these times we're living in is pretty graphic. Do you agree with that?
Totally. Yeah, totally. The more I get online, I don't even watch television. I just can't. My soul won't take it anymore. But then I go online. I go on Facebook and. The stories and just there's some beautiful stuff out there, a lot of airy fairy stuff. Of course, you got to keep your vibration high, and positive. And then there's the other side of the coin, the stories that are coming out, brother. Oh my gosh, I think Margaret shared one headline that happened. I believe it was this February that just came up and came out of a headline. I don't know what story that. I think it happened in South Africa. There's a lot of bad stuff happening there. White genocide.
South Africa in Nairobi. Yeah.
And so, yeah, so we're seeing stuff that is just really right now unprecedented. Humanity against humanity, mankind against mankind, mankind against the children of mankind. Atrocities. We're treating each other like less than animals, because a lot of people have no problem taking a baseball bat and bashing a poor little dog's head. They're doing the same thing with children. They're doing the same thing with women. They're doing the same thing with anything. They're desecrating everything.
Absolutely.
So we're at that time. I mean, how is this stopped? Honestly,
How is it stopped?
you know.
How will it be stopped? Um, there's only one solution for it. When that dragon rises, he is going to stop it. People got to understand that I've been called some nasty names over the years. One of them is racist. I'm not a racist, but I am a realist. I mean, if I stick to the facts, I stick to reality. When I see this genocide, as you're talking about, I ask myself, where is their home country? Now, yeah, they're down in South Africa, but they're a colony of the United Kingdom. Where is Great Britain in all this? Great Britain is nowhere, because Great Britain, the homeland of the mother country, has her own problems, and she is dealing with it. If you think there is crime in this country, go to the BBC webpage. You won't hear it on their TV broadcast. At least I haven't seen any. But their webpage talks about the Islamic murders over there, the Islamic rapes over there. And they're just reporting out of London or Manchester. But I've got a lot of friends over in Great Britain, and I love every one of them. They tell me some horrific stories. I'll give you one. One woman went down to the market one day to get something for the house. She went grocery shopping, basically. There were some Islamic men there because she was not wearing a haji, the little scarf that Islamic women, they spit on her and knocked her down. This woman is 60 years old. And she fled and was able to get back to her apartment, called the police, and the police said, well, we can't not do nothing about it because they're immigrants. Wait a minute. This is England. These people are over there as your guests. Yet, because you not wearing a scarf covering your head, they have the right to spit on you. They have the right to assault you. We're seeing the very same thing in this nation because, again, it will not be told on the news because, well, the media's got that gag order. We're seeing the very same thing, and we're seeing this country disassembled from the inside out. We know who caused it. We know where it came from. And I will tell you something. When I said America has been judged, you can bank on it. She has been judged. You turn your backs against the laws that was given to man. You took this sacred land that was given to you, and you really want to talk about genocide? How about 300 million Native Americans that people killed?
Yep.
And it got worse, and it got worse, and there's no ending on it if we let it go on.
That's right. Well, it's very obvious to me, and I'm sure a lot of the audience as well, that it's an infestation of either off-world type of thing where this planet has been royally contaminated to the point of actually no return. And I can't say that everyone is contaminated. It really is obviously the minority, but the minority rule. How are they ruling? They're ruling through in very, very clever marketing schemes. Very clever. Look, they've taken over spirituality. Okay, so a lot of the ones that came here from other worlds to help infuse the light and control and maybe flip this thing over on its head have not. Why? Because they bought into the clever marketing schemes all right, that have been infiltrated into the very, very mechanism of who they are, okay, spiritual beings. That was introduced very cleverly through a virus, okay? It could be a software spiritual virus or whatever, but it is a virus very similar to software programming, okay? And they've bought it hook, line, and sinker, and they cannot discern what is real or what isn't real. You know, so a lot of the ones that came in, like you, you came in the physical form. A lot of them come in spiritually. All right, they're born here. The whole family, the mother and the father are actually human beings, but their soul is very, very prepared and enlightened, and they've been taken over so that we're totally rendered ineffective. And so the other virus, the one that created the virus that is instilled in them, is just flourishing. And it's like I always say, it's the virus in the petri dish, that experiment that went really bad, and now it's out of the petri dish, contaminating everything. And even though you're a good guy, hey, I'm good. I go to church. I pray. I tithe. My kids are good kids. I'm a law-abiding citizen. But you bought into a lot of the crap that is not allowing you to stand up and be empowered to say no. Okay? No, I am not buying that. I am not putting up with that. I am not going to stand by while little children are being, disappeared and raped and sacrificed for some Luciferian satanic creature. So that's what's happening. We become very complacent on purpose. So we haven't seen that. And so that's the thing. And that is the reboot that needs to happen, unfortunately. Yeah, and it's not good.
And who is behind all that Luciferian politics?
Who is behind it?
Yeah, who started it?
Well, I'm sure you've got a great explanation for it.
Yeah, well, ask yourself, the most powerful church in the world, the Roman Catholic Church, why do they have outside St. Peter's Basilica all these gargoyles and these dragons? Inside St. Peter's Basilica, and I've seen it firsthand, it's massive. They have a huge throne that sits there, and it's called the throne of Lucifer. Well, we've done talked about Lucifer. There's no such person as Lucifer. Lucifer is Greek for the son of the morning star, so that's where it came from. His actual name was Hallel. He was one of the fallen angels. And they implicated all his teachings from an early age. I ask all your viewers, I challenge all your viewers, give me one good thing, just one good thing that the Catholic Church has done over its course of its 2,418 year existence. Just tell me one good thing. Because everything you're going to say, I can rebuke it. I say that with confidence and vigor. They've got more blood on their hands. And you're talking about genocide? Who supported Adolf Hitler during World War II? I quote from the Pope Pius IV, same words, in 1938, right there in St. Peter's Basilica. As he stood there, Heil Hitler, with a swastika on his robe next to Benito Mussolini and Adolf Hitler himself, he says, the Third Reich will be the iron sword of the Holy Roman Catholic Church. And 6+ million Jews later, and that's just a conservative estimate. It's probably much higher than that. Yeah. I challenge, show me one thing that the Catholic Church has done good. Because we are commanded by our Creator, by our Father, to not only love one another, but to respect the gifts that He gave us, respect the land that He gave us, respect each other, love one another. I have trouble with this, love thy enemies. And you know what? I just openly say it. I don't love thy enemies. I love humanity. I love the world. And if you come to harm children, you come to harm our Father's great gift that He gave to everybody, then you justly get what you deserve. And that's where the Melchizedek order originated, to protect not only the creation, but protect the inheritance that was given to the people. Most people don't look at it that way.
A lot of people don't even know what the Melchizedek order is. They're not even familiar that there are high councils or higher councils, realms that are not even in the physical form. A lot of people are not up to speed with that, but don't worry, we'll get there. We'll educate them.
We're going to get there. I can guarantee that one. That's a no-brainer, sister.
That's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. We'll get them up to speed. So we're at 25-minute mark. I'd like to keep these within like 30 minutes, just to so that the audience can get enough information, get some meaty information, and then a lot of people are busy. But I don't want people to not get the information because it's too long. So, but what I would like to conclude this particular video, because there's so much material. This is not, like I said, a 5-episode thing. This is an ongoing thing until the time comes when we're experiencing what we're going to be experiencing. But just know that, and I'll speak for myself, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for my brother here. Eddie and I are both have similar missions. Had I not run into Eddie, my mission would have been the same. I was doing it anyway. Behind the scenes, putting up radio shows, putting up blogs, writing books, whatever I could to get the word out, trying to be as politically correct as I could so that at least the information wouldn't be totally rejected, because people tend to do that. So it's been a juggling act for me, trying to get that information out, very gingerly, not to step on people's toes, and at the same time getting slapped by those that are trolls and don't want you all to know the information. But I ran into Eddie, and I go, I know him. I know him. And still I did my research. Still, even though his information resonated with me, I still did my due diligence. I asked you all to do that. I ask you all to please don't take our word for it. Go ahead and do your research. And do research on Eddie. Do research on me if you want to. Do research on the information that is going to be brought forth. And then, again, like I always say, make up your own minds. And hopefully you don't make up your own mind when it's a little too late. Because when it's a little too late, it's hard to maneuver at that point. And then what happens is you go into the fear mode, and the fear mode will paralyze you. That's assuming that you haven't had a stroke in the meantime from the fear. So our job is to get the information out to you as quickly as possible, get you to understand what's at stake, what's happening, based on real data, mind you. Because, Eddie, you've got a lot of people that are giving you, insider information on the data. Mm-hmm. So this stuff is not made up, okay?
I'll just say this. I am very privileged that I have got a very, very professional and awesome team that's working with me, because I'm going to tell you something, people. I didn't go to them. They came to me.
That's
so huge. That speaks in volume. And I told him, I said, well, you have to listen to what I'm showing you. You'll have to check this out and check that out. We have to communicate. Communication is the most important thing within the universe. If you don't know what God's doing, how in the hell can you know what we're doing?
That's right.
If you don't know who God is, how can you understand who we are? If you don't understand who we are, you'll never figure out who you are.
That's right. So to conclude this segment, again, Eddie and I are here on the planet. I personally can speak for myself. I'm sure you do too. I come in to an incarnation, me personally, I incarnate into a physical body when this end of cycle happens, when this end of a program happens. I will discuss that further in another video as to what I'm talking about, what is a program. Right now, I'm letting you know that Eddie and I are on the same page, no pun intended there, to bring information out to you, because we're right there at the cusp of this stuff happening, and it recurs. It happens every single time, and we're going to go all into that. Next time that we have a video, we're going to be talking about what we're going to be seeing, what we're expecting, what we're seeing now. And we're just going to go into a lot of stuff. We're going to go into the book of Revelations. We're going to go into other books, other things. And so, guys, put on that seatbelt, because we're going to be in for a very interesting ride in the videos. And hopefully this ride will be a lot gentler than the real ride that's coming.
Yeah. For that real ride, you do not want to miss this.
No.
You don't even want to be here.
No, definitely not. So with that in mind, hey, don't forget, guys, to actually join shatteringthematrix.com. We are a social site with, close to 6,000 members that have the same, we're of the same mind, same, like mind, like heart, everything. We all talk about everything, from what we're discussing with Eddie here all the way to the sublime. And it's just an awesome place to be. It's absolutely free. Eddie, you have a web page, or not a web page, but a Facebook page, and I think it's Project Aquarius. If you are on Facebook,
that's it. And we do a lot of opening talking. You want to post something on there, feel free. I answer them as quick as I can. I may not get to them as much, but I will answer them. But and that's even including the negative ones. I mean, if it's a legit negative answer, I will give you a legit positive reply.
There you go. So please, let's stay in the loop. Don't forget to subscribe below. It's good to have the ability to know when our videos are being posted, so that you can be on top of it. Okay, and there's a little bell below as well. That particular little bell will alert you as soon as one of our videos are up. Okay, so anyway, that'll conclude part one, I guess. Many series. And do you have any last words to say before we part?
Shalom.
Absolutely. Shalom, adios, au revoir, arrivederci, and everything else in between. Love you guys.